It was a powerful statement from a federal jury today, awarding a record civil judgment to the family of a Dallas man who was killed inside his apartment by an off-duty police officer. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. That former officer, Amber Guyger, was ordered to pay nearly $100 million as liability for the shooting death of Botham Jean.
$38.6 million of that is for compensatory damages, actual loss based on the projected income of 26-year-old Botham Jean over his lifetime. $60 million of that in punitive damages. Punitive damages are meant to punish a defendant for their actions, and in order to award that kind of money, the jury had to say yes to the question, was Amber Guyger, when she shot Botham Jean, was she either acting with malice or was she reckless? To that question, they said yes. Of course, it was September 6, 2018 when that shooting happened. A Thursday night, Botham Jean watching NFL and eating ice cream at his Southside Flats apartment. Amber Guyger, home from work, just off a 13-hour day shift, goes to the wrong floor, the wrong door, thinking it's her apartment when it's his, and believing she's at her apartment, and an intruder inside opens fire, killing Botham Jean. She is serving a 10-year prison sentence for that. This civil jury holds her financially responsible, makes her liable for his death. Today, the message is that law enforcement must be responsible. The message also, though, was that police departments should not, quote unquote, divorce themselves from their officers when they make mistakes. In this case, the city of Dallas was separated from the lawsuit with prejudice, meaning they could not be brought back in. No suit action could be taken against them. So Amber Guyger is alone with this judgment. She has no money at this point. She has no assets. She's in the middle of a 10-year prison sentence. But if she comes into any windfall financially in the future and goes to the estate of Botham Jean, again, they want the message to ring louder than the courthouse today, louder than this case. And certainly that's what's happening now as this news reverberates across the country.
Wow, that is a gigantic jury verdict, which sounds great to the family, and I guess it has some shock value in the public. However, what they kind of made clear on this thing is that it's just the individual defendant that was sued. The off-duty cop was being sued individually, which means they're never getting a penny. I mean, she's serving a 10-year sentence, about halfway done with it, and unfortunately, the verdict in this case is really a message. Nobody is actually probably going to get a dollar out of this. And actually, the attorneys that brought this thing, it was probably a pretty nice thing of them to do, because they're not going to get paid either. I would doubt that any individual has anywhere near that kind of money. Especially for somebody who was formerly a police officer, they don't make that kind of money. Probably really help the family try and heal, to get their day in court, to feel like there was some sort of justice in this whole thing. Hopefully that's a good thing for the family, but unfortunately it's a bit of an illusion as far as the $100 million goes. And it was quite clear that the city and county, the police department, was not a party to this lawsuit, obviously, and most likely because it was an off-duty cop on her way home after work was already done. So she was really just held as an individual like any other individual. But it certainly sends a message to everyone to not shoot people. You ever whip out a gun, you better be awfully careful and certain of what the circumstances are. It's a tragic ending to what sounds like a very good kid's life, and unfortunately, it can't be undone. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.